Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes. There's a question I like to ask all my guests because it's usually an interesting story.
Sure.
How did you get into insurance?
That's a great question. So I founded several companies and I exited a company and I was working for somebody else at an early stage. I was commercializing technology out of the U.S. Energy Labs.
Wow.
And one of the things that came across my desk was very heavy in machine learning. And this is about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, I think that's the future. So I reskilled. I took an interim job after that. And then Progressive Insurance ended up relocating me to Cleveland to work doing machine vision work in their claims organization. So I did that for a few years. And that was my entry into insurance.
Got it. So, you mentioned that you did multiple startups, had a couple of exits. What would you say are some of like the kind of key characteristics of the profile of person that does that kind of work?
Somebody that's really curious and very diligent about chasing down things that sometimes take a long time to chase down. So the degree of persistence is necessary to build a company that is going to persist is a lot. So I think you have to be ready to take a lot of defeats in stride and continue moving forward.
Got it. I'm curious as to what the kind of the visioning process looks like for you as you think about starting something. How does that kind of happen in your mind?
I chase things that I get really interested in. So I get obsessed about something. You know what I'm obsessed about right now?
What's that?
It's about early stage technology in the insurance environment. And the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, I love building community.
Yeah.
I love helping founders figure out how to bring things to commercial, to their commercial potential. And no matter how, not every company is going to survive, but getting to the point where they understand where they can do that or not is just, I'm totally passionate about it. I get really excited about doing something and I start pushing into it. I start asking people what they need.
Yeah.
What are they interested? What are you doing? What people are doing the right things? What are the wrong things?
Right.
What could be done better? We started with Insurtech Ohio buying beers for people, executives in insurance sitting around a table. And I kept asking them, what else would you like to see? Bigger events? Okay. What else would you like to see? Conference? Okay. What else would you like to see? The discovery of more early stage companies.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just kept pulling on that thread. And now we've grown much slower than we could have otherwise, but very organically. We haven't had to take any money. I'm doing exactly what the community is asking of me. And we're growing at a really amazing rate right now for where we are.
That's awesome. I heard a lot of customer-centricity in there. So much of what we hear about our products looking for a problem, and you started with the problem, which is pretty interesting.
So I won't say I didn't come with a preconceived notion that insurance is not adopting technology fast enough or effectively enough,
right.
Because certainly there is a perspective of that. I was at Progressive, but I also worked at an insurance technology company running customer-facing technology. So I know what it is to deal with this carrier versus this carrier, how they buy differently, how long it's going to take, what you can expect, how the go-to-market motion needs to be different for an enterprise carrier versus another enterprise play, whether it's what area you're selling. Are you selling into underwriting? Are you selling into claims? Are you selling into pricing? These are all very different. And contextually, I think it helps me have these conversations with the companies that are here and connect with them, and that can help them understand, what the next thing is. And you say the visioning process, I help every company I'm talking to with this. Do you understand how far along you are with the carrier you're talking to, or how they actually buy?
Yeah.
Who actually buys there?
Yeah.
How many times is the person that you're dealing with your champion? How many times have they bought software in the last 3 years?
Interesting.
Anyway, I love doing this stuff and I love helping companies have better. You can't help everybody succeed. You can help everyone have a better understanding of where they are and how they can do better. Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.